Hi, welcome to my channel. A dreary 27th of December, I think, something like that. Completely lost track of the days and the time. I'm not very well actually. I have tested for COVID, but I seem to be negative. My nephew has it. I don't know, I get really confused with these tests. I think really, it seems really weird that we're all together, he's got it and I don't, but I feel like I might have it, but I don't know, maybe it's just a cold and maybe he doesn't really have it. I don't have much faith in these tests anymore, a bit weird. So anyway, I'm at home and Jeremy has gone out to get me medication because I feel really rough and I don't have anything in the house. So anyway, less of the waffle. Okay, so letting go. When is it time to let go? What does letting go mean? And what point are you at with your manifestation? So first of all, letting go is more a state of mind, and letting go is nothing to do with dropping manifestation techniques, because letting go is an energy. It's an energy of, I can't do anything else. I'm done with this. There is nothing that I can do, nothing I need to do now. I'm at a point. So how might you be at this point? Okay, so there are two schools of thought here. Either you focus on your desire and you focus on it and you focus on it and you build momentum around it and you see it come into your reality that way, or you let it go. Basically, you give it over to whatever this magic is and you let it be dealt with by something else. You stop interfering. Now, I'm not saying that focusing on it and imagining it, so visualizing and doing all of that stuff, is anything wrong with that. There's not. Because you could be let go, but still doing that. And that's the tricky thing, isn't it? To think, well, that doesn't make sense. But look, letting go is nothing but a feeling. It's nothing but a feeling. So if you are focused on something and really going for it and really enjoying all of that stuff, so enjoying the journey, then you've let go. That does not mean that you're clinging on, because it is a feeling. You know what your feeling's doing. If I can tell if I'm too attached to something, because I can feel it within, and I think, okay, I'm too attached to that at the moment, so there's not any chance in hell that I'm going to try to bring it into my life, because I know that it won't happen because I'm too attached to it. I have to get on with my life until I feel much more relaxed about it, and then I could do something if I wanted to. But to be honest with you, I'm at the stage where I just like to go. I like to get the feeling of it being already done and feel it inside. So it's an intuitive little spark that I get that just hits me like that, and then I think, okay, I've spoken about this before, I do it all of the time, and I really don't do anything else apart from that unless I find myself naturally visualising and doing those things, which sometimes I do, but I just know that's a natural thing and I haven't tried to force it. So in that case, really, letting go is a state of mind. It is not an action that you take. But let's say you've been manifesting and manifesting and manifesting, so you've been trying for a long time. Now, you do have to come to a point where you have to think, okay, I have to stop doing this, because everything I'm doing is just building momentum around the fact that I don't have it. I'm clearly not building momentum around the fact that it's coming or I do have it, because if that was the case, then I would have it by now. It would be showing in my life. So you do have to get to that point there. So the first thing you do is you say to yourself, okay, I know that there's nothing else I can do. If I carry on doing this, more of this, I'm just going to get more of this. So I need to stop, because I can feel that resistant state within me. I can feel resistance. I can feel that I am nowhere near to letting this go to whatever it is. So I have to start to do that. It's all about my energy. It really is. It's all about our energy and nothing more. We make it more complicated, and probably, I'm a lot at fault for that. Anyone online like me, a coach online, because we have to find content to put out there, and so we can overcomplicate it. I try not to do that. I try to keep it more about you and how you're feeling and energy, and all based around that, rather than technique based, because I don't want anyone to feel that they have to do a certain technique in order to make this work, because they don't. So I completely understand why it's got so bloody complicated, but it isn't. So it's all to do with your feeling state, all to do with your energy, nothing to do with what you do or what you don't do. So you can be focused, you can be really going for this goal, but really enjoying the journey, enjoying the ride. That is letting go. You have let go. Just because you're doing stuff doesn't mean that you're holding on tightly, doesn't mean that you're attached to the outcome. You're just enjoying the ride. Awesome, that's brilliant. But if you can't do that, I can with certain things, and I find myself just going along with that, and that's cool. But a lot of stuff, I know that won't work for me. So I have to be getting on with my life and not focusing on that thing, because I might find that as soon as I start focusing on it, it becomes the be all and end all, and I'm really feeling like I don't have it, because that's my natural thing. It really is. So I have to deal with how I am naturally, and naturally I can go to that point. If it's something like do you know what? When I hadn't decided to build this business up, it was just I was coming onto YouTube talking about what I love talking about, all this crazy stuff, with people that were like-minded. That was the only reason I started this channel. It really was, because I couldn't talk about it with anybody else. I didn't intend for it to become a business at all. I didn't intend to be doing any coaching or anything like that, or making regular videos like this. Didn't intend any of that. So, but along the way, I thought, oh, it'd be nice to do this, nice to do that, nice to have a members area, a community, nice to do some coaching, nice to do this, nice to do that. But did not get hooked up on it at all. Just thought it would be nice and just moved in that direction, started doing it, but with no expectation of how it might turn out. And this last year has been absolutely crazy. It has gone crazy, but I have worked towards that, but I haven't been seeing, right, this is my goal and I have to get to this. I haven't done that at all. And that is how it's been successful, I believe, because I haven't been like that. I've just enjoyed the ride, really enjoyed it, had fun with it, have been focused on certain parts of it, but not obsessively so. So I have not been attached to the outcome. And with that has come really, really amazing results. And I've not done anything. I said I haven't done anything. Of course I have. I've taken action and I've done stuff, and I've developed my website, and I've added subliminals, and I've done all of the other things that I wanted to do, but I've just done them. I've done them with no end goal in mind. I've done them with, that would be cool. If some people get something out of that, and, you know, I make some money, I keep my prices reasonable compared to some prices out there, you know, this should do okay. But I have not been worried about it at all. So that is a state of letting go, and that's what you want to be in. If you're in that state and you're focusing on something but you're not feeling, you know when you are resistant to something because you feel it in here. So be honest with yourself. If you're thinking like, no, I'm not attached, really be honest with yourself and sit down and think, no, come on, let's be honest here. Am I? Could I be slightly attached to this? Yeah, I could be. And actually what I'm doing might be making that worse. So let's try a different way. If you've been doing this for say 6 months or a year even, I mean, I do speak to people doing it a lot longer than that. But if you're at that point, then you know that what you're doing is manifesting more of the same and more of the same. You are manifesting, because we are manifesting all of the time. It's not that you're not manifesting, but you're just manifesting your dominant feeling state, which is one of, I don't have, it's not here, waiting, where is it? I'm still waiting. That's what you're manifesting. That's what you want to get away from. So there comes a point when you do have to decide, I have to let go of this to an extent. I have to release on it. Just think of it like that. Don't think about it, you know, letting go, it just seems too huge. Just say I have to release on it to a certain extent. I have to be maybe 50% more released than I am now. And how will I know that I'm 50% more released? I will go off and go about my day, and about an hour later, in one day in particular, I think, I have not thought about that for a whole hour. It hasn't been on my mind, hasn't even been in my consciousness, that thing, for a whole hour. So that's awesome. That's starting, you're starting to ease up on it. You're starting to lose some resistance. So then what you do is you congratulate yourself on that. What you don't do is think, well, I was let go for that time and it didn't happen. So where is it? Why didn't it happen? It happens for other people when they do that. You don't want to do that, because then you will just go back to the dominant state being, I don't have it. Where is it? I'm waiting for it. You don't want that. So you want to give momentum to all of those times where you notice that it's not been in your consciousness, not evident, you know, around you. You've been doing something else and completely not had it anywhere within your being. And then you notice that, and you give that momentum, and that will really help. That will really help speed things up, and it will just help you feel better as well. And that's what it's all about, feeling better. If you feel better, things come to you. If you feel uptight and resistant and I don't have it and where is it, then you'll just get more and more of the same. Again, it's not that you're not manifesting, you are, but you're manifesting that feeling state. So letting go is a feeling state. It is not an action that you take. It's just a case of being really, really honest with yourself. Sorry, I can't speak properly today. And thinking, what point am I at really? If I'm going to be completely honest with myself, how do I feel? How do I feel on this topic? On a scale of 1 to 10, how resistant am I? How attached to the outcome am I? How attached am I to manifesting this? Because you may not be particularly attached to the person or the thing that you want, but you've become attached to seeing it show up in your reality because it's a manifestation and you need to manifest it. If you can measure that on a scale, and let's say you're at 7, then that's too high really. So you think, okay, I want to bring that down to a 5. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to do that by stopping doing what I'm doing at the moment, because this obviously isn't doing me any good. And either do nothing, so keep tapping into the feeling of, it is done, no, it is done, just getting that flash of, no, it is done, and really feeling that intuition, no, that is mine. And then every time you go back to that feeling of lack, you keep going to that, no, I've done it, there's nothing else I can do. Or you just completely distract yourself with life and just notice all of the times that you don't have it on your mind and you don't have it in your conscious awareness. Because sometimes we can go about our business and think that we don't have something going on there, but even though we don't have it going on up here, we can still sort of feel it as a subtle undertone as we are going about our life and doing other stuff. Now, so that is when you know that you are really, really attached to something. But when you notice, when you've gone an hour or so and that hasn't been there, and you notice, no, it hasn't been there at all, that's awesome. And you just want more of that. You don't need that to be there all of the time. You don't need to be constantly walking around without it on your mind or without it in your consciousness, but you do need periods of time where it's not there, and that is when it happens. Believe me, it really is. So that is the point, and that is what letting go is to me. It is not this huge exercise that you do, I must let go. Okay, God, how the hell am I going to do that? Because that's not what this is. It is a state of mind. So it's deciding that your state of mind at the moment is giving you more of the same and it's not what you want, or realising this, yeah, you are focused on what you want, but you're not bothered by it. You don't feel that resistance with it. You are actually enjoying that focus and enjoying the ride. Then that is cool. You have let go. You aren't in a state of holding on. You aren't in a state of resistance. So that's cool. Doing stuff doesn't make any difference then whatsoever. In fact, it's awesome because you will enjoy it, and that's cool. And you'll have lots of momentum going there, positive momentum, which is great. Okay, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Christmas break. Over here we do get quite a long Christmas break in the UK. I think we're really, really lucky when I talk to other people in other countries that don't get the amount of time that we get. I'm not officially going back to work until the 4th of January, although I am still checking my emails. If you're a member or you're a coaching client, I will still be checking those and answering you, as you will know today, because I just did stacks of them today because I haven't done any for the last few days. So you should have got a response today. I don't think there's anything outstanding now on my list of emails. Everybody should have had a response, and if you haven't, please do nudge me, because it means that I've missed your email for some reason. I write books, they're all listed below, they're all based around the law of attraction. I offer Zoom coaching, personalised subliminals, which are on my website, which you can inquire about on my website, and I also offer generic subliminals, which are on my website. Over the next few days that will be really growing, so you might want to visit back in a few days to see more. Not only am I putting more subliminals on there, but I will be putting some affirmation based meditation on there too. A lot of people prefer that and don't like the idea of not being able to actually hear it with their ears. Can't really get their head around that, so I will be doing albums on there so you can purchase all of them, or I will be doing separate affirmations if you don't want to, if subliminals aren't your thing. Anyway, I'm not going to say anything else because I'm really struggling now. As you can probably see, I've lost my flow, and I'm going to go and make myself a nice cup of tea, and hopefully some medication will be winging its way to me from Jeremy in a moment.